So we've been a little lackluster on the Cobra content as of late because the motor's been at the machine shop. Any of you guys that's ever built a motor knows that's not the quickest, timeliest process. Lucky, I know Mike Henson, Henson Racing Engines out here in Yukon, Oklahoma, a really good friend of mine. He got me in because this guy stays booked a year out. That's how good he is. So we dropped the Cobra motor off, I think in February, and here it is, late April. And he called me today or yesterday and goes, hey, I'm starting taking your motor apart. I got something you need to come see. He wouldn't tell me what it is. I don't know if it's good or it's bad, or he found a 24 karat pot of gold in this thing, but we're gonna go out here today. We're gonna take a look at it, and hopefully, you know, the motor had water in it, so hopefully it's not all locked up and corroded and nasty, and hopefully it's something cool, like maybe it's got a built motor in it, it's got aftermarket cams, or who knows. With Mike, you never know. But we're gonna go check it out today, and we're gonna show you guys here in a second. So this is it?
Yeah.
So that's not what I was hoping to see.
Yeah. There's your water pump.
Oh my God.
I had to hammer it out of there.
Have you ever seen one this fuck?
No.
Do you think this thing was like he drove it through water and sucked it up?
He just kept adding water in it. He just kept putting water and kept putting water. The whole left bank, every cylinder had a blown head gasket. Numbers 5, 7, and 8, the pistons were cracked. So as he was adding water, it was going in those cylinders into the crankcase. So he probably just changed the oil every so often. And
I mean, when we changed the oil, drained the oil, I bet 2 gallons of water came out of the crank. I mean, it was insane.
Oh, it was bad.
So these are trash. Okay. There's
Yeah, it ain't gonna hurt it.
Oh dang! Holy schmolies!
And you see where this one detonated from the water in it. See where it melted the head right there?
Right there.
Right there.
That is crazy.
So, yeah, and it was blown all around this side, and that one.
And then when it blew up, he parked it for 10 years or however long.
And left the water in it.
And just left the water in it, and it became a boating.
And if you flip it up and look at the camshaft, he had the crankcase vents off the valve cover, and you can see where the vent is located.
Right. Oh, yeah. That is fucking crazy. Crazy. And then this is the block?
Yeah, it gets better.
Oh, it gets better. I tried to put some ATF down it.
Yeah, you didn't do nothing.
Holy shit.
This, I scraped off the top of the pistons.
Bro. That's literally like something that came out of the river that had been sitting there.
Yeah.
Like you swamped your razor for 2 years and came back
after.
Look at
this. Here's the water pump hole. I didn't knock all of it out.
Wow. So there's like nothing.
This side here plugged up. Water won't even go to that bank. I put muriatic acid in the cylinders a while ago, trying to eat out as much as I could, but I don't think I'm gonna get them out.
They come factory with ARP hardware?
Yeah, and Manly rods.
Yeah, that's cool. It'd be kind of cool to, if we can get it kind of froze out, to make like trophies or something out of those rods. Because I think they say SVT on them.
Yeah.
God, so it's trash. Like there's nothing usable. I need to get an aluminum block, one of those Tesca blocks or whatever.
Texan, I would.
Texan. Well, I guess I can still use the valve covers. I've seen those.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to buy one, I've got a Texan block.
I found one actually.
Because I bought a spare for that.
What do you want for it?
I'll probably take 500.
Okay. I'll talk to him so he wants it. It's already here. I'll probably just buy it. So I need block.
And it's standard bore.
Okay. So then you can use that for whatever you need it to do.
Yeah.
So we need a set of heads.
Yep.
And full rotating assembly.
Yeah, and the heads, if you find one, the last 2 digits of a DA.
Okay.
That's the later 0304 Cobra heads that have 9 threads in the spark plug.
So you don't blow them out.
Because those only have 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this has crossed my mind. What about coyote swapping it? What do you think?
If you're doing it for the power and the...
I'm doing it for like the car, not really, because the block will make what I want. I want 800 or 900 wheel.
Okay, if you want 800 or 900 wheel, you can do that with a 4.6. Okay. It just won't do it as easy. You have to put a little more money into it in order
Right.
to get it to do it. But if it were mine and it was something that you're going to drive and enjoy and make 800-900 wheel, you know, 1,000 flywheel, I'd go with a Coyote.
You would?
Yeah.
And they make, I assume, subframes and stuff to just stuff it in there.
Yeah, and what a lot of guys do on the Coyote, which is what I would do if I were to build one, if you don't want to spend a shit ton of money, do what they call the 3-2-1 method, which is the Gen 3 short block, Gen 2 heads with Gen 1 timing components.
Okay.
Those are all the best of both worlds to make it, and they said that's 1,000 horsepower all day long.
Stock block stuff.
Mhm.
And I don't need, you know, I'm not trying to make 1,000. You always say that, but I mean, I don't need this car to make that much.
But they'll do it so easy.
I have a Gen
It's
2.
hard to make these 1,000. I mean, it's
is?
not hard, but it's
Takes
harder.
good parts.
Yeah.
Good flowing
But
heads.
a coyote will make 1,000 by accident. So, yeah. I hate to put it that way, but they will.
So why didn't you guys put a Coyote in your boys' car?
He wanted to keep it all
4.6.
Cobra stuff. Yeah.
Okay. And maybe I go that route. I don't know. I just gotta figure
Just
out.
like the Lightning out there, I could have done one to it,
Mhm.
but he wanted to use the 5.4, so we kept it,
Yeah.
and it's worked good. I don't have any complaints about it. So
Did the blower look okay?
the blower looks great, actually. Intercooler is a little to be desired, but the blower itself, I looked inside, and all the Teflon coating is still on the blower,
That's awesome.
which is rare for one of these.
Especially considering how the guy maintained the car.
Yeah. Yeah, it's smooth. Everything in it looks good.
What a deal. Is this my harness?
Yeah, that's your harness. And this, you had a leak anyway. This is your intake manifold. I didn't even pull that apart. That's how that was. And it was laying down in the valley. So any boost this thing tried to make went out that hole anyway.
Oh my god. This poor car.
Does that go here? That plumb up to?
No, that's the coolant line that is right here, which is rotten.
Oh goodness.
See where it's rotten?
Yes.
Yeah, that plugs up to that, and then it goes to the heater core. But it's also the return, and it bolts to the head like that. Goes to the heater core, and it's also the return for the right side.
I wonder what the heater core looks like in that car.
Yeah.
Probably the same.
Yeah. You got to pull the dash to get to it in that car? Probably.
Yes.
Fuck my life.
Like we did that one.
Oh, this is Josh's car?
Yeah. Try to lighten it up, make it safer for him.
Hey, we delayed coder, so now you may be able to make it. August. This is nice. Is this a 400?
Yeah.
I was doing a big boy cage.
Yeah. Yeah, he's already going too fast for what was in it, so. And then we rebuilt the motor and did a bunch of stuff to it, and he wants to go faster. And we put a single 88 on it. So.
It's gonna rock.
Yeah.
Hear this? Or you think you're gonna be able to fuck with it, knock it loose, and I'll come back for another time?
No, won't.
Okay. At least you're honest.
Yeah, won't come.
So just beat the fuck out
I've
of
already
it?
hammered on.
Really? Just
You ever hit the concrete floor with a hammer?
That's what it feels like?
That's what it feels like hitting these rods and pistons. They're solid.
You can't even make anything cool with it.
Not to mention these things are a dime a dozen anyway.
The rods are the only thing that I thought would be cool for.
Yeah.
All right, I'll back up. We can just load these two up too.
Back the truck up. Bad thing is they're just as corroded on the bottom side of the piston as they are the top. With all the water that was in the oil pan. A guy brought me a motor that was in a storage building down by Texoma. And Texoma had a big flood back in the early 2000s where it flooded his storage building because his storage is right next to the lake water, and it flooded it. And about 2 years later, he brought me a motor to go through, and it was real similar to this. And he said, well, it was in a flood about 2 years ago. And I'm like, well,
And I can't remember, did I
if they're in a flood or something, if those guys will tear them down immediately,
it'd be okay.
it'll be okay.
Yeah.
But if it sets for 2 years, I couldn't remember if you brought what?
Transmission.
Right there?
Yep. I'll get all that shit out of your head.
You're working at Toyota now, ain't you?
That's where I've always been. 17 years.
17. You're about ready to retire, ain't you?
Shit, I wish. If I keep buying shit-ass 90s, 2000s cars.
What'd you get for this car?
I gave a, what, a 12?
12?
Yeah.
Not that much.
Right. Ice boxes and superchargers.
I was going to do one and I didn't do
For stuff. What are you doing?
5 liters in that truck. I want to sell it.
Do you have a strap by that'll come? Well, fuck. I ain't gonna make it your problem. It's my fault. I'll get it over.
I can dump in the scrap truck. Actually pull your cooler off.
My cooler.
The oil cooler.
Uh-huh.
And you're going to have a half a dozen people that are going to want the blower, the intake, the pulleys,
All that.
the drive system. That's where cracking the piston is.
Did you see this?
That's how you find the crack.
So I was like, what's up with that? But if you look real close, there's a hairline crack in the piston, and that is caused from the acid.
Yeah, the muriatic acid was trying to go through that crack, and that's why it... There's another one here. Same thing.
You got it?
Yikes.
Yeah. Pretty nice. That one there, we surfaced for a guy, and we welded it up, and or you set it on top of that stuff.
I just don't want to break the valve cover.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
I'll try not to wait 2 months to come back out here.
Okay.
I'm going to make a decision like in the next week what I'm going to do. Because if I end up building the 4.6, which is probably what I'm leaning towards, I'll just buy your block and I'll get Manly to send me some stuff. We'll build a really nice short block because they do like valve train and everything for these motors.
Oh yeah, that's
so,
what we got the most of our stuff.
So we'll do that, and then I'll find some heads, the eight thread heads.
Do a small whipple or something.
Yeah, I think that's what I do. But shit, I was talking to Ellen. Oh, so yeah, I'll get that figured out, and we'll probably build a 4.6 base Cobra motor. So obviously Mike's been doing this stuff for as long as I've been alive, and I trust that guy like he's my grandpa. But he knows what he's doing, and if he says all that stuff is trash, we're gonna throw it away. You know, you could probably bore that block and clean that shit up, but I ain't gonna risk it. We're gonna get all new Manly parts and have that man build us a really nice 4.6. And obviously that wasn't the update we were wanting. We were hoping there was a pot of gold in that motor or something, but that's that $12,000 Cobra turned out to maybe not be as quite a good as deal as we thought, but it is what it is. And now we've got a car that we got to build now, and so we're going to build it, and it's going to get some really good stuff. So hopefully the next update on that Cobra will be getting a bunch of cool stuff from Manly and getting it over to Mr. Henson and building a motor. And once he gets it, now it'll all be fresh and clean. I bet he can have me a motor in the next 45 days or so. So that'll be cool. We'll get that put in with that T56 Magnum, go make some blower noises, and hopefully by King of the Open Road in August, that car will be done, and we'll be doing some burnouts. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit like, hit subscribe. Sorry we've been a little delayed with the content lately. We've been really busy with life, but hopefully going into the summer, we got a lot of cool stuff planned. Thank you guys.